We are all born equal, but as life goes on, that begins to change. Money, geography, relationships, and experiences all start to influence the path your life is going down. They say when one door closes, another one opens. But not everyone gets the same opportunities. And we're supposed to accept that some people are just more fortunate than others, perhaps more talented or more deserving. At Enactus Edinburgh, we do not believe this is true. We believe everyone has the potential to sustainably support themselves if they are given one opportunity. Through our 4 social enterprises, we aim to go beyond just creating employment or developing skills, but to provide opportunities that will change our beneficiaries' lives forever. Over the next 17 minutes, you're going to hear about the opportunities our 53 team members have given to people living in our local and international community. Individually, we are just students, but together, we are Enactus Edinburgh.
I'm Nathan, and joining me today are
Ines,
Kofi,
Mary, Eleanor, and Gabby.
We are excited to tell you about the amazing difference our projects have made this year, starting locally with the Edinburgh Candle Company.
there are 500,000 unemployed single mothers currently living in the UK. That's 5,000 more than the entire population of Edinburgh. 500,000 women having to feed a family, raise children, be both parents, all whilst trying to find employment.
To understand more about this issue, we partnered with Women Onto Work and conducted detailed interviews with them and their service users. We found in this needs assessment that many of the women they worked with were trapped in a vicious cycle of unemployment. The longer they remained unemployed, the harder it became to find work.
One example of this is Heather. Heather hadn't worked since she had children, 25 years ago. She had qualifications and even a degree, but she still couldn't find work. Heather dreamed of starting her own craft business, but she didn't have the money, skills, or qualifications to start it independently. Through the making and selling of candles, we can provide these women with an opportunity to gain all these things from home. And that's why this year we launched the Edinburgh Candle Company.
Our program starts with workshops in candle making and all the relevant business skills such as accounting, marketing, and sales that enable our entrepreneurs to run their own enterprise successfully. We then provide a microfinance loan, which our beneficiaries use to purchase all the equipment necessary to make soy wax candles from home. Each woman makes 10 candles per week for a total of 8 weeks. Finally, each woman is given the opportunity to use these skills to sell their candles at markets, online, and independently.
The nature of our program is such that these women can make the candles at home, at a time convenient to them, giving them the flexibility they need to search for employment without having to worry about childcare. Furthermore, the soy wax we use burns 3 times longer than standard paraffin wax and produces 0 CO2 emissions, making our candles environmentally sustainable.
But what's most important to the Edinburgh Candle Company is the impact our program has had on our entrepreneurs.
We measure increases in confidence and soft skills through a continuous skills audit, whilst measuring tangible outcomes such as increases in income and improvements in quality of life by comparing final interview questionnaires to our baseline needs assessment.
By the end of the program, Heather's confidence had increased so much that she volunteered to run the training sessions with the next group of women. Through the sales of the candles, we increased Heather's disposable income by over 50%, earning her £560 in total.
This gave Heather the opportunity to start the craft business she'd always dreamed of, as she used the income from the candles combined with the business skills we taught her to launch Handmade by Fruit.
Heather's business is now operational, and the brooches our girls are currently wearing came from her online store. Based on current sales figures, she is projected to generate an annual revenue of £2,500 from this business, drastically improving her livelihood.
But Heather is just one of the 11 women we've worked with this year. In just 8 months, the Edinburgh Candle Company has sold 300 candles, and this demand is sustainable. We've partnered with Wilco to sell our candles at 2 independent sales locations. This has enabled us to empower 4 women with an income from home, whilst training 7 women in the candle making process.
But the Edinburgh Candle Company is just one example of the difference that you can make to someone's life if you just give them an opportunity. An opportunity that has provided 11 different women across Edinburgh with the skills, income, and confidence to work towards breaking their cycle of unemployment.
Through our other local projects, we've met so many people who were so employable, and yet, as a result of circumstances beyond their control, were unable to find work. People like Victoria.
We met Victoria through our network of local partners. In the interview that we conducted to assess her needs, she told us that she'd moved to the UK from Ghana 8 years ago with her husband. But when her husband left her, so did her financial security. She had no job, no income, and no benefits. She was unable to find even part-time work because she could not afford childcare for her 2 little girls, and this left her trapped at home.
Victoria's story really moved us. So for Victoria and others in her situation, we took a step further, launching our very own registered cleaning company, Helping Hand, providing Victoria with the employment she so badly needed at £7.50 an hour.
But Helping Hand is about so much more than providing just a wage and a reference.
We begin by partnering with IHG, who offer housekeeping experience to all our employees to help with the skills and confidence they need to clean flats for Helping Hand independently. We then provide employability training, ensuring each individual has a CV and cover letter that reflects their own personality and competencies. Then finally, we provide one-to-one mentoring, building a personal relationship with our beneficiaries, ensuring we provide the right support and training they need. By providing our beneficiaries with these 3 things, we can ensure they use Helping Hand as a stepping stone to long-term, sustainable employment.
We use entrepreneurial action to ensure the success of our business by specifically marketing it to the 35,000 students and landlords in our city. We even offer a hangover helper service where our staff rescue hungover students with food and drink delivery as well as cleaning up after the night before. Priced at just £10 an hour, we are 30% cheaper than our nearest competitors.
As a result of this marketing strategy, we completed 25 hours of cleaning in just our first month of trading. This increased Victoria's disposable income by £100 a week. That's a 133% increase. Importantly, it meant she can now afford childcare for her 2 little girls, giving her the independence to improve her livelihood by completing part-time work. But Victoria wasn't the only person we worked with. This year, our programme has empowered 8 individuals through part-time employment in our cleaning enterprise, one of which has already gone on to secure full-time employment.
Helping Hand continues to grow, and we now have 3 weekly contracts that guarantee the sustainability of our business. In addition, it provides on average 20 hours of employment for our beneficiaries each and every week.
The success of our business model has even attracted interest from outside of Edinburgh. We have partnered with an independent organisation to franchise Helping Hand in 2 new locations from September, enabling us to provide employment and training across the UK.
Helping Hand and the Edinburgh Candle Company are just 2 of our 3 local social enterprises here at Enactus Edinburgh. Local projects which this year alone have generated a revenue of over £10,000, have empowered the lives of 15 and have improved the lives of 340 people.
But this year, our team didn't just focus locally. One of our members, returning from a year volunteering in the Dominican Republic, told us that it was taking trainee teachers there as many as 10 years to graduate due to a lack of available modules at the nearest public university. Not only was this a problem for each of the trainees, but it was causing a huge shortage of qualified teachers in the local schools. In the community of Bombita, our needs assessment showed that there were over 500 children in the local schools, and yet an average of just 6 qualified teachers. That's a student-teacher ratio of 83 to 1, 4 times the ratio here in the UK.
But this situation wasn't just isolated to the school of Bombita, and this was creating a spiral of poor education and a lack of opportunities for the people in the surrounding area. Worse still, we found in our needs assessment that there was such a lack of employment opportunities that none of these trainees earned any income while they were studying. This meant that many of them faced dire circumstances each day. I can't even imagine.
Y hay días que nos levantamos y podemos durar hasta 3, 4 semanas sin comer nada en la casa. Porque hoy en día se me parte el corazón cuando mi padrastro no está trabajando, ni mi madre también. La mayoría de mis hermanos están estudiando aquí, se comen aquí y a veces llevan parte de la comida allá y así compartimos.
That was one of our beneficiaries, Granny. And sadly, his story is not unique. I've seen this firsthand. I've seen lines of students waiting outside their university at night, having to hitchhike because they can't afford the bus home. A bus that costs just 70 pence. Furthermore, we learned from community assessments that there was a much more life-threatening need. The outbreak of the Zika virus had left the pregnant women in the village terrified. Yet the high cost of repellent prevented them from protecting themselves, leaving them and their future children still at risk.
So we created a solution that could solve all 3 of these needs. Tyno Soap. Tyno Soap is our innovative, insect-repellent soap that not only reduces the chances of contracting mosquito-carried viruses by 50%, but is also 20% cheaper than local alternatives, making it affordable to the entire community. The soap is made and sold by our trainee teachers, with the revenue being invested in attending the local private university, which offers significantly more courses. Attending this massively reduces the time it takes each of them to graduate, providing them with a stable income once they qualify as a teacher, whilst also increasing the number of teachers and therefore the standard of education in the local schools.
Spent 2 weeks in Bombita, training our 10 entrepreneurs in everything they need to know to make Tyno Soap a sustainable success. From the cooperative business model to market and sell. We, school, design of our logo, providing work experience for the teachers whilst also increasing the community awareness and inclusion of our project. This increased the demand for our soap, enabling us to provide a greater income for our trainees and greater mosquito protection to the people of Bombita.
It wasn't long before our entrepreneurs were confident enough to contribute their own ideas and input into the project, designing their own mould and even securing a deal to sell the soap in one of the local shops. The income from this has empowered our 10 entrepreneurs to spend more time at university, drastically improving their standard of living.
But that's not all. During our time there, we were shocked to find there was currently no soap in any of the local schools. This meant the children were spending all day there, eating, playing, and going to the toilet without washing their hands even once. And this was spreading diseases that were causing each of the children to miss a significant number of school days each and every year.
To solve this, our entrepreneurs have secured an agreement with the local school district, developing a liquid soap that will provide hand washing facilities to 12,000 children, reducing the risk of disease and increasing attendance. The income from this has empowered our entrepreneurs, and it wasn't long before they were competent enough to spend more time at school.
Porque cuando esa profeta esto le va a favorecer a mis familias. Primeramente doy gracias a Dios, porque yo sé siempre primero. Y luego le doy gracias a Enactus, ¿sí? Y a ustedes. Damos gracias, de verdad, por pensar en nosotros y traer esta empresa de jabón a cabo.
Enactus is now part of the success, empowering our 10 trainee teachers with the opportunity to run their own soap business, securing them an income to invest in their own future, reducing the risk of contracting the Zika virus by 50%, and securing a deal to provide handwashing facilities to 12,000 children.
But Tyno Soap is just one part of our wider commitment here at Enactus Edinburgh to providing opportunities that will improve the lives of the people living in our global community forever.
The Edinburgh Candle Company provided new opportunities for 11 unemployed mothers, empowering them with new skills and an income that they can earn from home.
We took a step further, launching our very own cleaning company, providing employment opportunities to 8 individuals who were otherwise deemed unemployable by society, something we are now franchising in 2 new locations.
In addition to the projects we presented today, our Soup Making Enterprise worked with 5 homeless people, whom have been empowered with the skills and qualifications they need to move out of homelessness and into stable accommodation and employment.
Combined, our 4 projects have secured a revenue of over £14,000, empowered 25 individuals to take responsibility for their own futures, and improve the lives of 480 people.
And all this was made possible by our 53 dedicated members. Individually, we are just students, but together, we are
Enactus Edinburgh.
Judges, if you can raise your hands with any questions.
Good presentation. Good sustainable business models are also at the heart of what you do. I want to understand what the revenues and profits of the soap business have been to date, and also for the cleaning business today.
Sorry, what's that?
The revenues and the profits at the business level for the soap project and also for the cleaning project.
Yep, so the soap project was started in February. The entrepreneurs at the minute are concentrating on building up stocks to supply the school's contract. So we don't have an accurate figure on what the revenue has been from selling the soap. For the cleaning project, the revenue from operations has been £700 so far, which is 70 hours cleaned at £10 an hour.
What was the impact of the income earned by the candle-making women in terms of their benefits? So was there an issue about them losing that income as a result of the impact on their benefit entitlement?
Thank you for your question. So there was the income from the candles didn't affect the women's benefits in any way, because it doesn't affect the benefit cap that they have of £107 per week. The income from that is less than the benefit cap, so it doesn't affect their benefits at all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Sorry for shouting at you. In brief, what were the key risks that you associated with each of your projects, and how did you manage them?
So the key risk with the candle project is obviously safety, health and safety when making the candles. But we provide the women with masks, gloves, and thermometers when making the candles so that they measure the temperature of the wax, making sure that they don't burn themselves. And obviously for our customers, we provide a safety sticker on the candle on how to burn the candles.
For our Soup Making Enterprise, There were some health and safety issues at all stages of production, but we took care of them in the following ways. First, with the kitchen that we used, we conducted a risk assessment with our partner charity, the Rock Trust, to make sure it was up to standard. When we sell the soup, we keep them warm with electric kettles, and we make sure that they're always, below a certain temperature so that they're not boiling, they don't burn anybody. And we make sure that everybody who works with us has a food hygiene certificate so that they're prepared to go into the process.
With Health in Hand, one of the risks was that we are sending people into others' homes, so obviously you have to trust these people. We did this by having a very close relationship with our partner charity, who refer all our beneficiaries to us. So we spent time with them as well as our one-to-one mentoring, and we get to know them really well. On top of that, we also have insurance to ensure that if there was any problems that we've had.
With Tyno, it's the integral properties of the soap, so to get around that, we had it tested by the Public Health Department, by our project partner in the UK, that's an integral soap producer.
I have a fairly simple question. Who supplies all the cleaning equipment? Hoovers, detergents, that sort of thing? Is that coming out of?
So we do. So we went and we bought everything, and we have a little trolley, and for each of our beneficiaries that work for us, we give one to them, and then they can keep that and take it with them as they go and work.
Edinburgh is a long way from the Dominican Republic. How do you ensure that what you plan to happen actually happens on the ground? What mechanisms have you got to control that?
Yeah, so we have an independent accountant who monitors the income from the whole project. We also have a very close relationship with our project partner out there, who's the head teacher of the local schools. He's very familiar with the people there, and he's also a good friend of the member who started the project up. So by contacting, having a good relationship with them, we make sure that he's kind of pushing it from his end as well as from our end as well.
Your time has ended. Thank you.